Uh, and even for the
Yeah,
developer, when we raise a defect, we can give them a clear idea by sending screenshots, logs, and all.
yes,
Arti.
Okay.
yes.
So
It's
ScreenShots
not.
is for two purposes. One is for recording the logs in order to give them a proof. So whenever we raise any bugs, we should give them a proof. That reason we can take a screenshot. The second reason of taking a screenshot is it's not necessary that only to show to the developers or whenever a bugs is raised. It's for our own purpose as well. Sometimes before that we will go to some Selenium exceptions. Okay. So when we receive these kind of exceptions, we should know at which step because a user's story or use case will have a number of steps, right? So at that time we should know. So for example, I'm writing. I'll just show one small thing. Just imagine I have written these steps. Don't go for this give and when then. Just imagine I've written these steps. Okay, when user is on the this is like a manual steps. When user you might understand user is on the login page. User enters the username, password, and these things. Now, for example, at this is a like 4 to 5 steps, so it is we can easily identify. But there might be some future files where we are having a lot of steps. At that time, we, for example, let's see from line number 22, we are having so many steps. It's a full end-to-end flow. At that time, we don't know where exactly a test case.
Aarti, are you sharing screen?
Yeah, yes, not showing.
It's not showing on this.
One second, I'm sharing my screen. I'll stop sharing and share. Is it visible now?
Yes, Arti.
I got
Yes.
in some other browser or what? Okay, okay, I was in Chrome. Okay, fine, no issues. Now, uh, where was I? Okay, so suppose I'm having so many steps. Okay, even I might get confused if I don't use any kind of, uh, like the screenshots or any kind of this. Okay, I have to go inside the code and I have to check. So rather than in order to quick debug for myself also as a tester, I can take a screenshot with the conditions that if suppose any steps fails, please take the screenshot at that particular line and stop the execution. This is full customized. If you don't want to write this, fine, no issues. But I am writing a condition that if the this thing fails at line number 24 or if it fails at line number 23, please take that exception and take a screenshot of where exactly it failed. So if I cover all these steps and if my screenshot, this one test is failing at line number 36, for example, imagine that it is failing
Ma'am,
at this
I'm
particular.
not showing any, ma'am.
Uh,
Not showing anything screen, ma'am. It's like
I'm sharing my
not
screen.
visible.
It's visible, Virish.
It's visible.
It's not. I'm not visible.
Can you read your
Once
invitations? Okay, meanwhile, continue. So, for example, just imagine that where I was. Um,
If there is any failure in our execution,
okay, for example, now my use case was I want to click this button, I want to go to new and then click on customer, but the steps failed over here itself. Okay, if I don't have any type of uh, clue like where my exactly my steps failed, I will not be. I have to go to each and every step. I have to go there. I have to check the assertions, which will be time consuming for me. So if we have something like screenshots, so it will take the screenshot at this particular page. So I can understand that, okay, here my test case has failed because my use case was to click on customer, click on new, and click on customer. These steps are missing, which means I have something went wrong over clicking on this customer button. So there where this screenshots will help us. Okay, I will show a small thing now. Just close this. So I have written the code already, or else, okay, I'll just write once again for you. Just copy this, Control C. So what we have to do, we have to call the driver. Then one more thing, we have this line. I hope this is not quite, difficult to understand. If I want to maximize a browser automatically, sometimes what happens is, if we use our own dimensions, uh, there might be few elements which will not be visible. For example, I'm just squeezing this. Okay, suppose my browser dimension is in this way. Okay, I have to click few elements or I have to get the context menu text with the get text method. But my browser size is in this way. So that is an option. There is an possibility of failing my test case. Or else, to overcome that failure, we have to scroll down. Then we have to get the text. So rather than doing, if I maximize my browser, everything is fit in one screen. Right? If I have a method of maximizing, why I should scroll down, why all that stuff? Okay, so that's the reason we are using maximize. At the same time, there might be some scenarios where we have to use the dimensions. Then only our screens will be like looking good. At that time, you can go for dimension, but maximum, we can go for maximum with browser, so that all the web elements will be captured in one screen. Even screenshots also. Okay. Now, so for that we use maximize, window.maximize method. If you want to minimize, you can go for minimize. We have two methods, maximize, minimize, coming from Windows. So I'm going for maximize. Now, I have, okay, first there are two things, partial screenshot and normal screenshot. Okay, partial screenshot is like, for example, if I'm performing some action at that particular point, I have to take the screenshot. That can be considered as a partial screenshot. But no, I want to soon after this is launched, I want to take some screenshots. Means, like for example, user has successfully landed to the this page, menu page. For that, I want a full screenshot. Means, fine, we can take that also. First, I'll go with full screenshot. When we write some manual test cases, we have to attach. Sometimes we will attach the screenshots as well for actual result, expected and actual. So for that reason, first we will go with screenshots. Now, where we will store our screenshots. Why I have written file. Any idea why I have written file here?
Store the screenshot.
Yeah.
Actually, file is
Format
a
of
class.
the file.
So
Format.
In file format.
Okay. Now, whenever we store something, or whenever we, for example, I'm having a zip file. Okay. If someone gives me some downloaded things, what I will do, I will store into my local machine. Right? The same way, if I'm getting something from my application, I have to store it in somewhere so that I can use it for my debugging purpose, or for sending to someone, or attaching in my Excel sheet, or attaching in my tools like Jira. Right? So I have to get that. If I don't use this, what is the use of this? I have to output that file to somewhere, that is file. And what is this file? It's coming from Java.
Java.io file.
So Java has already created a class for us, and they have written all the methods for us. So this will do the job of taking the screenshot and storing into our local machine. We need not to go and write any new methods for that. Already one class is available for that particular action. So this is done. As it is a class, we are creating the object. Now, what this line is? I hope you have done typecasting, right?
Downcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot is interface.
Yeah, it is an interface. So
Right. If we don't know anything, we can just mouse over on it and it will give us the full information. Indicates a driver or a HTML element that can capture a screenshot and store it in different way. Example, they have given they themselves has given us the code and output file. See also output file. This is what, because we have to store it into someone. So driver is an interface, take screenshot is a class, and we are typecasting it. We are taking the help of interface, taking the help of class. I hope you know typecasting, right?
Take screenshot is interface, right? I think.
yeah, it is an interface.
Can we interface? Can we typecast an interface? Okay. Capture the screenshot and store it in a specific location. So this is done by take screenshots. Get text screenshot as output target through WebDriver exception. Anyways, I don't remember. So again, it is an okay. Can anyone explain me this line then? Both are interface. We are typecasting it. How?
We are taking the like driver instance screenshot, like
So we have to come here. They have given all the explanation. WebDriver or web element, this behave as stated in a, okay, they have given an example. Fine, anyways, I don't remember this. I will just come to this and I'll do. But I want to know what is the meaning of this line alone, okay? Typecasting. I can explain you, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Anyways. So as it is coming from again Selenium, this screenshot methods they have written already for us. So we need not to go. It is an interface. Why it is an interface means I might, customize. Okay. Not necessarily whenever something fails, I have to take this. By taking this, I can customize my own code as well. Only for positive scenarios, take the screenshots. Neglect negative scenarios. Only for negative scenarios, take the screenshot. Neglect positive. As it is an interface, I can write whatever I want because interface has
unimplemented.
Unimplemented method.
Unimplemented.
Abstract and default.
Abstract
Abstract
method.
method.
So that is why inside this, everything is in star except the last line. So we can do whatever we like here in this way, and then we can call this method. When you come to framework level, you can go deep inside this. Fine. So this is an interface. It is done. Driver is also interface done. But why we are typecasting, you have to tell me. The same way, before writing this, I'll show one more thing. I want to, driver is also an interface. But here I am not getting what? This method. Why?
Take screenshot is not related to WebDriver, right? Not
That method is not related to driver.
The method is not related to WebDriver. Yes.
Chrome driver.
Then you have to tell me this line. If you're giving the answer, it is not related to WebDriver. You have to tell me this line. Because an interface can extend another interface. Fine, I have given a short clue. Tomorrow, definitely I will ask this line. Okay. So a class can implement multiple interface. An interface can extend. An interface can extend.
Multiple interfaces.
Multiple
It's,
interfaces.
yeah, multiple.
So that concept will be applied in line number 27. And you have to clarify me this line. Okay. Anyways, that is why a driver is not having this method. So we are taking the help of take screenshot interface, another interface, by typecasting it. And it will give you the suggestions as well. If I write like this, and if you're new, like if you don't know this something, it will give you the suggestions. I just do it like this. If you mouse over on this. Why it's not highlighting? Okay, it has taken over here. I don't want to give in the main method. No issues. So fine. We are having this method in take screenshot interface where you can collect it. Now, after this, I have to put up that in the some kind of output files, right? So this is also auto suggestion. If you write the screenshot, it will give you the auto suggestion. Output type dot file. Okay. So if you enter, and if you just give a semicolon, so whatever is there, it will be output, and that value will be stored in my file system. Now this is done. It's like some kind of download. After downloading, I have to extract that. If I'm having a zip file, I have to extract that. So for that, I have to give some location where it will store my value. Okay, as I am taking a screenshot, it can be in .png format or .jpg format or .jpg format, any format, whichever formats you want, you can do that. So we have initialized the driver, we have maximized the browser. Then we have taken these two interface help in order to take the screenshots. That value we have outsources it. That outsourced value will be stored in our file. We are having a class already for file, so no need to write any methods for file again, coming from Java, IO. And then I have to instruct it to be stored into my local machine. That is why I am using a method called copy, which is coming from files. Okay. You can see. Files are having these many methods. It can write the data. It can read the data. Then what we have? It can override some data. It can get the size of the file. It can change it to 2 strings. So these all methods you can go through one by one. File output stream, when we want to write something, or when we want to upload, this will come when we upload something to suppose there is a scenario where you want to, imagine this is option and here you are having upload button. When you click this upload, the file should be uploaded. We can do it in 2 ways. We can automate the file manager in this way. Else we can keep that file into a framework and upload through that. At that time, these file output streams, file input streams method will be useful. So there are a lot of methods. You can go through it one by one. So in this, I'm using a method called copy, which will copy my file. What this file will hold now? This file will hold my
The
screenshot.
Screenshot.
Okay, that I'm giving it here. and I'm giving as new user class. I'm creating an object reference for this, and I'm giving my local this one. So I am having all my files in pictures. I'm having one, okay, pictures here. So suppose I'm giving this location, Control C. If I give this location here, Control C, double slash, I want to give one name for this. Okay. So I'll give image1 dot, I want to store it in the format of PNG.
So
Control
we
S.
can specify the format every time, right?
Yes. Yes. Sometimes few images will not be in the format of PNG.
How can we know the format?
You have to go to the DOM. Okay.
Okay.
When you want to capture some, most probably we are taking the screenshot, so it will be in PNG format. If it is not supporting, but I haven't faced any issues. If it is not supporting, you can take it in the format of JPG.
JPG.
JPG,
Yeah.
JPG, many files, many formats are there.
Yeah. Okay.
Or else, if you want to have any information, you can go with the DOM structure and you can see what type of images or what type of this thing they have given in the extension.
Okay.
But most probably JPG, PNG, all will be supported, not an issue.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So as of now, as Gleep Ground is very lightweighted practice application, we can go ahead with this PNG. It's just a format. Any format you can store it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so this we have done. We have to check once the execution is done whether it is storing it in our local or not. I think so it will throw an error. Everything was fine, right? No errors. So you can, I mean, these things are all in yellow. If something is there, it will show it in red color. You can directly click there and it will take you to the line. For example, I'm not putting here one bar, so it's showing me some kind of error. So it is highlighting here. If you notice,
Yeah.
blue color will be changed, right? So when there is a lot of code, you can have the sidebars. Then just execute it. So execution is completed. I'll go to my local and see which location. OneDrive, right? Image1 I have given, right? Name.
Yes.
So we got the screenshot of this file, this page. Okay, this is full screenshot. Now, partial screenshot. Suppose you want to uh, type something or click something and you want to take the screenshots. At that time, you can specify the same thing, the same code, but with one little small difference. You have to use the web elements here because we are going to perform some action. Okay. As I've maximized it, I think so it will take the full screenshot only. But let's see. Now, what I want to do is, there might be some use cases, right? Steps. So clicking on this and doing something. Now what happens is here something my test case is failing. So I want to take the screenshot at that particular time. So after clicking, take the screenshot and copy the same into the next file. Same procedure. But the difference is we are performing some action and taking the screenshots. The first method will not be used. This one will be used because we will be doing in, like, you know, some actions, and then only we will be in need of screenshots. But when you go for manual test cases, at that time you can you may need this full screenshot techniques, because we have to keep it in our Excel sheet. Right, now let us try this. So my use case is clicking on that, and to that click, just take a screenshot and store it in the same thing. I'm changing the name here, image to. Process is same. I'm executing. Okay, now see, it has clicked and it has taken the screenshot. Let me see. Image 2 is available. Can you see, right? So I've given image 2. So the same thing is available in my local image 2. So it has taken the screenshot of this. Can you see the differences? The first one and the second one?
Yeah, I think, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So first one is just for confirmation. User is landed on the dashboard. Second one, while clicking new, it has clicked, but it is not clicking the new. So it has taken the screen. Just imagine, okay? Here new is failed. That is why at this particular, till the lines are passed, it will come new is not clickable. So it has failed my test case here. So with this screenshot, I can understand that, okay, it has clicked the custom, because see, I showed you, right? If I have a number of lines, I can't like this. If I have a number of lines like this, where I will go and search where I have clicked, I don't know. At the time, if I come here and see, where is that? Oh, where is? Okay, so I will come to know that, okay, it has clicked the customers and it has not clicked the new button. So I will directly jump to my method. Something, suppose I'm having your method like, and user clicked on the customer button. So it's easy for me to identify, right? I need not to go and refer all these things at this particular point. And we have a test case in that reports will have test case that, okay, that is something different. So I'll just jump to this point and I'll check the rest of these things rather than testing all these things. So this is the usage of what?
Screenshot.
Screenshot. Okay, got it? Any doubts in this?
Aarti, what is that yellow color file, Aarti? I
Like cucumber
Which
file.
one? Hey, don't go for that. That is separate topic. I
all the
love
lines in yellow. Okay.
No.
It's like cucumber, ma'am.
Yes, it's cucumber. After Selenium, we will jump to that only. So don't worry.
Okay.
But understand now, as I said, each and every time I can't write this line, right? So I will create a method for this. And I will call this method whenever I am in need of that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So method parts, when you come to the framework level, or if you want to try of your own, take this full thing into separate, like this, public static void, public static void of your method name, void of take screen, but don't give the keywords, okay? Take screen screenshots and pass the parameters. Write this here. Here you have to do some changes. Okay, here you have to give your location. For that we have something. Rather than this, we can use something actually. Till here we can use a dynamic value. I forgot that. I'll just check and let you know. So here you can use dynamic values. So directly it will be stored into your local machine. Or else you can hard code the values in this way. And call the screenshot methods whenever you are required. Here you can call it after this.
Yes.
Take screenshot. Suppose my test case is failing here. Takes a screenshot. SHOT. So I need not to write these lines as I wrote before. If this fails you, it will directly take the screenshot. That's it. Only one line. That where this method stands. Okay, I'm just writing in a broken way. You can complete it.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So whenever you try something, side by you try to create methods for each thing. These are all reusable things. Screenshots and all reusable things. So create a method. Whenever you have any code which is reusable, create a method there where this page object model stands. I hope I have clarified between page object and project object in the last class. So there where make your code very simple and do it. So see here we are having a lot of things with us, a lot of classes with us. So for each thing we will create and our job will be over here. Sorry, this is a resource file. Our job will be here. These are the development jobs. But you are also developer as for developing the framework. So we will never ever touch anything from here. And we will not change anything from here. Our
It's
job
like
will be only
constants, ma'am.
this. Yes.
No, it's for the developers.
Constant.
See, suppose you are developed now, the method which I have developed right here for that file, I will create a separate package for that. Now, for example, I'll just show common. They have given a, this is for play, right? So,
Yeah.
so I'll just, so see, I have created a method for send keys by taking the dynamic values, locators, values, right? So while coming to my scripting, for example, I'm writing the scripting here. I will call this method. I will not write all these lines as we wrote it previously. We wrote right this line, this one. I will not write this line. Rather than what I'll do, I'll call that method. Day before today's class, I have given that task, right? Send the keys, write a method for send the keys, write a method for click, write a method for. Have you done that? If you done that means you will understand the this thing, the usage of these methods. I hope I have given that task, right? Have you done that? Have you all done that?
What is that about? Sorry, I had a bad network.
I
Task,
told you to create a method and call that method in the main class.
Yes, for
We did it, Aarti. Yeah.
oh,
Let's come.
So there where this
Yes.
stands. So whenever you come into, or like when we go to some organizations or somewhere, you have to create a methods like this. That is what I
for
have given this task. Send
wait,
keys, click.
explicit wait, I think, Aarti, you have
Yeah,
given
yeah.
that.
For explicit
Yes,
weight.
sir. Yes, sir.
I have given for click also, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Click, send keys also I gave. Call this
Mm,
method. Don't
No,
write here.
Aarti, actually, we have tried it on explicit only.
Okay, fine. No issues. So for this also you can make the use of methods like the send keys, enter keys, click inside frame, click outside frame, whatever. Because those are all oftenly used methods. So we can't dump everything into a single page. We have to segregate it. Just import this into your project and call that methods here. there where this will come into picture. Public, private, protected. What are these called? Public, private, protected, default.
Access
What are these?
modifiers.
Access
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 modifiers.
modifiers. Access modifiers.
So access modifiers will come into picture when you go for page object. You have to call that class and you have to use all the methods from this. Means you have to import it and make it public. So all these concepts will come here. Okay, fine. So today we have seen about screenshots. Now, anyone has an idea of asserts?
Yeah, we check if the
Verify
expected
the
value and
expected is
actual
equal to
value.
the actual value. We will
Actual value.
assets.
Asserts, anyone, can you tell me the code? Okay, first we will take a
Uh.
scenario. Right? I'll take a simple one. I will take this. I want to assert this. Okay, I want to assert this. What can I do?
you
Assert.
can put it in a web
It's like
element,
find the web element.
and then we can take an expected value and
Expected
compare
value.
both in assertions.
Yes. Div dot find element by dot the text. It's
Okay,
Assert.
now what I should do?
expected element dot get text method. We use the string use
Get
text.
Text.
what I should do now this.
Assert dot equal.
String.
We store string format.
Yes.
Actually, I should have not given the web element name as that, but okay, as of now, I'll just give this.
Set dot will yeah. Okay. Then actual AS
Assert
Assert
dot
class.
Assets dot equal.
equals
dot
But
equals
where is the assets? I'm not getting any method.
capital A
Capital A.
Capital A. Okay.
AS sort dot
Dot equal.
assert
assert
equals.
assert
Assert
not
equals.
Assert.
assert only.
It is
But
only
I'm
assert.
not getting any. And
yes.
No,
any
it is assert,
Not
not
assets.
asserts.
Assert only. Assert.
Assert dot
Assets equal.
assert equals.
but I'm not getting any value. Why?
Yeah, you must
I
import
think-
the assert.
Assert I think.
Okay.
Assert dot assert equals.
Yes.
Where is it? I'm not getting.
Aarti, you imported from a different package. It is something. It should be something else.
Correct.
Tails.
That's what I was expecting. Okay. I'll just remove
Org
this.
dot testng dot. Yeah.
What happened?
They can't save.
Like I'm doing. Anyone? What mistake?
It's capital A
don't
only,
know.
but import we should see. It must be
Click
from
on save
arc dot
after
But
that.
testng.
when I click a control space, then I click control space. Assert control space. Yeah.
One second.
Assert
Just charge
not
my
name
laptop.
credence.
Okay.
Then I use assert
No, assert itself is not getting identified. Can we see import statement active?
Yes.
assert is not imported.
Okay.
It's from
Can I get it
import
from here?
org.stng.assert.
testng.asset.
But I'm not getting the SNG as well, right? Why? What's the mistake?
Dependencies have you added or found?
Oh, I'm sorry. Which is this? Demo 1. Okay. So what was missing?
Dependencies.
Dependencies.
The dependency is
Testng
not available, right?
dependencies must be added.
Correct. That's the reason it was not showing me any type of
Assets.
Asserts.
Always we should know
Imports of
which method-
testng.
yes, which method is coming from which package or which library. Till date, we have seen this driver, we have done everything. In testng, you might have learned groupings, you might have learned assertions, priority. So performing something on the application, Selenium is enough. But to validate something, to make our test case more strong, to give this thing asserted values or verification values, we need something else. And that is testng. As I am not getting any type of thing, immediately you have to see in the pom.exam. If the dependency is present, of course, I'll get all these values. If not, I will not get. Okay. But without assertion, can we assert? Can we verify?
Verify, yeah.
Yeah, we can verify, but assert is different from verification.
What is the difference?
Assert means if we raise an exception, it not going to any execution of the remaining statement. Verify means
Verify,
like
it will verify. It will
Yeah,
continue
and
the
also the
execution.
test case,
We
it will
can-
mark as
continue.
failed. Assert can mark
Yeah.
the test case failed if something is wrong, but with verification, we only get a message saying something went wrong.
Yeah.
Execution will
Remaining
continue.
statement will be execution.
Execution
will be
doesn't
continue.
stop it.
Okay, so assertion will hard stop our execution. Verify will continue the execution even if it encounters any problem.
Yes.
Okay. Now
It's
it
like
is
a
showing.
soft assertion, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. Soft assertion. No such element is throwing me. Why? Unable to expert. This is wrong. It's saying. Unable to locate element.
Artik, can you repeat that assert and verify differences?
Yeah. So assert is it will hard stop our execution. Suppose I'm asserting something. I'll just write here. Suppose I'm asserting this value assert dot assert some kind of method is there. Assert equals EQUALS. Okay. Suppose I'm asserting my get text value. Okay. VALU, which is my actual value. And I'm storing my expected value in this. Expected value is what? This is my expected value. Right? Whatever I see through my eyes, it's my expected value. As a client, as a customer, I should see this value. So that is what I'm keeping it as expected. Okay, just imagine it's I have to import the dependency. Now, in the double quotes, I'll keep. Suppose now I'm validating these two values. If my execution fails at the line, then I'm having some like system.out.println task completed. If I keep like this, if it fails here, it will not execute my 35th line. It will not execute my 41st line. Every lines will be stopped. But if you keep an if statement, if value dot equals ignore case of expected. I have not stored this in string, so that's why it's showing me error. Okay, expected.
Double D.
No, I'm just writing a half broken code. If this works, okay, it will execute this line as well as this line. My execution will not stop. Okay, are you getting? All the other lines will be executed. This is called verification. Just it is verifying 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. That's it. It's not giving me any kind of stop. But when we assert it, it should have an exact match. If no match, it will stop the execution. There where we can take a screenshot. Here you can use that screenshot method and you can identify. Okay. This is the difference between assert and verify. Or assert validation and verification. Validating something. It should be equal, else it should stop, not move forward. But we have another thing called soft assertion. Suppose there might be some cases that rather than using this if condition, you can go for soft assertion. It is again, it is again coming from the like this SOFT, soft is equal to new soft assertion. If you use testng, if you use soft SOFT dot whatever methods you're getting from this assert, all the methods will be present over here. The reason is this will hard stop our execution. There might be a scenario like I don't want to stop my execution, and we have all the self-healing things, right? Taking a screenshot and doing something. So that we can use in soft assertion. Don't stop my execution, or else we have try catch blocks, right? So don't stop my execution, but tell me the reason of failures. At that time, you can go for soft assertion, which is like verify. But no, I want to stop that particular test case. I want to see what are all the steps after that not executed properly. I want to see means you go for hard assertion, which is a normal assertion. Okay, these you can try. It's easy. You can add the dependency here. Testng if you will have this option. Soft assertions is a class and you can use it. Right? As I'm not having testng, it is advising me to add it in the main method so that you can take it as a parameter and use that class. But I don't want to touch my main method as we are going ahead with page object model. Okay, any doubts in this? Assertions, verification, screenshots.
No, Aarti. No, it's clear.
Okay. And why this exception? I don't know. I'll just see to it. Sorry guys, I'm having another meeting at 10. So I have to stop here. And Saturday we will try to complete almost. We will take some few more hours and we will try to complete. Okay. What are all the topics remaining? We'll just have a glance. Don't have that Microsoft. Just 1 second. I'll stop my screen 1 second. Can anyone stop the recording, please?
Yeah, I'll try.
Where is that sheet? Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm sharing my screen again.
I couldn't stop it, Aarti.
Yeah,
No
we
issue.
couldn't stop.
I'll stop it. No issue.